What was the lesson that was most important in success journey? Good to have you, Aisha, Shinamung, Adil, and all of you. Yes. You need to learn from all the question. You need to learn from all the question. That is one of the most important thing here. Gee, what is the answer for this question? These question answers gives you the concepts, and the concepts are very important. These 10 questions that we are going to solve, they will give you the concept, and these concepts are very important. Akhil, why you said A or B? I need a justification. Why A, why B? What is the purpose of each of those things? I need a justification here. When you said A, okay, it's A, I accept it. But when you said B, I accept it. But when you said A or B, I need to know the reason. Why do you said which answer you are saying? I need to know that reason. Which tool can be the most effective in this case? You are working in the project and want to develop a project which can help to remove and minimize the waste. Problem is waste removal. Okay. Fishbone diagram. Now here comes a very critical part here. I need to know the reason of each tool and technique. What is the purpose of the tool and technique? Okay. Now both A and B are agile. It cannot be the answer, brother. Akhil, you need to understand how the questions are solved. It has nothing to do with the agile. Okay. We need to look into that. So fishbone diagram is a root cause analysis. It looks at cause, effect, like which cause is causing which effect, how things are moving into that. If I want to go to the bottom of the problem, it will be fishbone diagram. So let's say if the question said that you want to identify the real reason why this problem is happening, now what will be your answer? I will take one question and I will use all options. You want to identify the real reason why this happened. What will be your answer? You want to identify the real reason why this happened. What will be your answer now? G. You want to identify the real reason, then root cause analysis. So root cause analysis identify the basic, the behind what is that. Okay, real reason. This will be the root cause analysis. Acha, if the question said that you want to identify lessons so that you can implement in the next sprint, or you can implement the lessons in the next month, now what would be your answer? Now, what would be your answers? You can implement those lessons in the next meetings. You can implement those lessons in the next meeting. Okay, so each options, this is the root cause analysis. When I say you guys on the Excel, this is that how each option is corresponding to each other. Okay, if the question said that you want to identify the bottleneck, or you want to build the flow into it, now what would be your answer? The question says that I want to identify, Sunil, the bottleneck. The bottleneck. Now it will be Kanban. Shamim, Asad, it will be Kanban. But here the question is saying, I want to eliminate the waste. Okay. So value stream map the entire journey and see what are the value added tasks, what are the value added tasks, and what are the non value added tasks. Value added, non value, and then according to that it works into that. Okay, so here in this question, beta is your answer. But again, I'll keep saying you, each question root cause analysis, each question solving should give you four other options. You should do, okay, what if this happened? What if that happened? What if this happened? In this way, you can understand questions in a better way. Does that make sense to everybody? This question is clear to everyone. Put yes or no in the chat box. I want this coaching call, today's coaching call of 21st of August, to the best coaching call ever. So I need you to be more interactive. Okay, good. Okay, so here B is the answer. Okay. I would request everyone to please like this video so that it can come into the algorithm of YouTube. So more and more entrepreneurs, more and more project managers like you can watch this video. So please, everyone, do like it. More people can learn from it. Okay, let's go to the question. Now, what are the 7-step formula? Guys, you know I have a weak memory. What are the 7-step formula of solving question answers? Put in the chat box. What is the 7-step formula of solving question answers? Please put in the chat box. G, as Adil say, step number 1, slow down. Step number 2, identified keywords, Gautam says. Then, what else? What else is in the 7-step formula? If the question is more than 3 lines, read last line first. Then, what else? Use elimination technique. Sunil says use elimination technique. This is the most important. Then, what else? slow down, find keywords. What else? Identify which life cycle is it, predictive, agile. Then which process group is it, initiation, planning, role of the product owner, what your role is. Okay, what your role is, this is very important, what your role is. Okay, so all 7-step formula must be implemented and looked into it. Not all 7 steps will be implemented to all the questions. Some questions will have one thing more important, some questions have other thing more important. Okay, so I need to use this 7-step formula. Let's go there. What could you have done to avoid this? Since it's 3-liner, I'm gonna do slow down. I'm gonna identify keywords, leave the last line. What could you have done to avoid this? Okay. Now, whenever the question says avoid this, this means something bad has happened. Now, what does this keyword mean? You need to resonate with that keyword. Avoid means something bad has happened immediately. Immediately it means something bad has happened. I need to do something to improve it. What could have done to avoid this? This thing is bad. I should have done something to avoid this. Okay, make sense? Okay, so you are working in a large scale Scrum project. This is your keyword. This is not a small project, it's more of a program level project. It's a large scale Scrum project. The project is working on a deadline. Okay. Some team members are continuously complaining that they are overloaded and have to work overtime. Now, this is an interesting thing. Some team members are saying that they are overloaded, which means there is something about their resource allocation that's a problem here. I need to see what their resource problem is. I need to identify that. You don't have any other team member, you don't have any other team member who can you don't have any team member who can assign some work. You have received email from the customer, they are not going to pay overtime. So what are the options that have been ruled out? We do not have extra team member. Customer cannot do the uh, uh, customer cannot pay for overtime. Okay, worked in predictive approach, how does that will help? Daily stand up, how does that will help? Realistic velocity, customer is not going to pay for it. You see, the purpose of the Kanban board is to limit work in progress, to build the flow system. So if he has used Kanban system one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one, as a result of the Kanban system, as the work of the Kanban system, his load has been managed properly. His load has been managed properly. So your right answer here in this question is B option. Option B is your right answer. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Everyone make I was right, Scrum ban. Yes. Is it clear to everyone? Does that make sense to you? Please put in the chat box. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Cool. Okay, next question. Let's go to this question now. You are working as a project manager with large audience. Okay. You send them MBTI survey. What is the benefit of sending MBTI survey? From MBTI survey, I just remembered, did you do the MBTI survey or not? I asked specifically in the PMP marathon as well as in your group class to do the MBTI survey. Did you do the MBTI survey or not? Please put your message here. Did you do the MBTI survey or no? Because MBTI survey is important. You can get a question in the exam. So if you are clear about that, you would be able to answer it. So Shamim did. If you did not do it, I would request you that do the MBTI survey, and you can put the message in the group, and my team member or my facilitators or I will send you a link to do MBTI survey. You must do that. Okay. So MBTI is basically a personality test. It identifies your personality traits, right? What are the personality traits that you do? It will guide you to understand personality type of each team member, yes. It will help you understand political awareness, no. Culture awareness, no. Engage stakeholder, can be. Now, A is a good answer. A is a very good answer. A is not a wrong answer. But Vignesh, it identify basically what the problem is there. Okay, it actually, our goal is to not just answer the question. Our goal is to go towards that what real answer is. So real answer is D option, delta. Yes, South, if you are my students, just message me on my group, on your group. I will send you MBTI survey. If you are not my student, I'll put it at the end of the coaching call in the link. You can look into that. So no issue into that. Okay, the purpose of this question is to dive deep in this topic. Okay, not just the right answer. So here, this question specifically I designed for one and one purpose, to understand that you know what emotional intelligence is. So let's go with that. What is emotional intelligence? Let's put into that. What is emotional intelligence? What is EQ, emotional intelligence? What is emotional intelligence? What is emotional intelligence? Gee, what is emotional intelligence? Put in the chat box. That is important. So that once we know that, then we can move ahead. 5 steps to manage self and their emotions. Good, good, Shamim. So emotional intelligence start with self-awareness, then self-management, then social skills, then empathy, then looking at what motivates others. Then on motivations, there are multiple motivational theories. Okay, so let's see what is actually relevant to this question. As a project leader, you are considered an expert in your project. Your team is having an agreement which emotional intelligence is must have to build other ingredients. What would you say? The purpose? You see, I see Hemming is saying empathy. Empathy is understanding other. Motivation is knowing what motivates other. Guys, unless you don't know yourself, you cannot build anything else. What would I do with the empathy if I don't know myself? Self awareness, knowing yourself, knowing what tickle you, knowing what helps you, knowing what works good for you, knowing what does not works good for you, and then managing that thing. Self awareness as the number one thing, self management as the then social skills, then empathy, then motivation. Okay, all these are in sequence by sequence by sequence. I hope that makes sense to you. All these are in sequence by sequence. Once you have one, then you can do the other one. Okay, D, delta is the right answer. Some people put social skills, motivation. If you do not have the base of the pyramid, if you are not self-aware, what tickles you, what, like how to manage yourself, what works you, what does not work you, how you are going to do anything else, yaar? Sumer Saab, Asad, you are saying motivation. In order to use anything, first we need to build the base. And base start with self-awareness and then self-management. Okay? Got it? Everyone? Asad, Hemang, I see you got it. Sumer. Asad, what about you? So use the 7 step and try to understand what the question is saying. Then we can work into that. Okay. G, next question. Okay, so let's see what this question do and how we can tackle that question. Okay, so I did ask you before, guys. Everybody, please like this YouTube video. Still, only 19 people have liked, so that this can come into the algorithm of YouTube. At adjourning stage of the project, which human traits are most challenging? Your team is working in an excellent way. Now the project is at ending stage. You are reaching an adjourning stage. Okay. So in order to go for the adjourning stage, let's go back. Okay. Let's go back the stage. The first stage, the second stage, the third, the fourth, the fifth. You know I have a weak memory. You need to tell me what is the first stage, what is the second stage, what is the third stage, what is the final stage. Tell me what are the 5 stages of team. Okay, forming, then forming, storming. What else? Forming, storming, norming. You put morning, performing, adjourning. There is no morning. Norming, if you said, okay, I can accept. Forming, we get together. Storming, norming, performing, and finally, end of the game. Forming, here you start the team, you build the team charter, you start working into that. Storming, you handle the conflict. Norming, you understand the habits. Performing is the ideal stage. Adjourning, people are leaving, they are losing the job. Let's go to Abraham Maslow hierarchy of need. In order to understand, you see, one question, in order to understand one question, how you need to correlate two different things, Tuckman ladder and Maslow hierarchy of need. So can you walk me through what are the things in Maslow hierarchy of needs, please? What are the things in Maslow hierarchy of need? Today I am making you to do a lot of work. Are you enjoying it? The first one is psychological need, then safety, then love and belonging, then self-esteem, then creativity. So when you are losing the job, your psychological need, which is food, water, shelter, that is being damaged. Would you think about anything else? I had a call with one of the student. He is my student. So right now in India and Pakistan, flash flood is going on. May God protect them. So I called him. I asked him, "Hey man, what's the status update?" He told me, "Sir, I am from Banu, so we just lost our home." Okay. So right now I'm focused towards that. So what happened to him? What happened to which of his need was damaged here? Which of his need got damaged here? Is it love? Is it creativity? Is it psychological? Is it safety? What need was challenged here? Psychological need, basic need damaged. So when someone is losing job, you don't know from where the next meal will be coming. Not safety, brother. His basic need, food, water, shelter is a basic need. Okay? Food, water, shelter is a psychological basic needs. That goes damaged. Roti, kapda or makan, Rajiv, for you. Okay? It got damaged. So at the end of the day, your psychological need, we need to look into that. Okay, if the question was there, you are working in a project, during the project, one of the team member, he is getting divorce. Now that is love and belonging can be. Okay, that is love and belonging can be. Okay, and if someone lost a job, now psychological need. Okay, so this is how we need to orient these questions. Very important.
वैसे किया करोगे? नहीं, ये सवाल तो भैया
Scrum use sprint concept. D option is clear. Okay. You sent your team for PMP training. You overheard them having discussion salary as a motivating agent. What will you say to them? Okay. You see, today I am going through those theories. Okay. Which theory is this? Where we talk about hygiene agent and motivating agent. Which theory is that? Herzberg theory of motivation. Okay. Herzberg has two things: hygiene agent and motivating agent. Hygiene agents are those things which must be present. If they are not present, you get demotivated. Like the lightning should be there, good. The temperature of the room should be there. Okay, internet speed. If they are not present, I become demotivated. But mere presence of them, just having the internet, is not going to motivate. Okay. Similarly, salary or money does not motivate employees to go to the work. What motivates them? Responsibility, opportunity, growth, and things like that. Okay. So, according to Maslow, salary is most important. It does not come under Maslow. According to Maslow, again, Herzberg's salary, it is a motivating agent? No, it is a hygiene agent. It must be present. You must have the minimum payment, minimum amount to maintain your day-to-day life. If you do not have, you become demotivated. But no matter how much I increase your salary, you will not be motivated to take action. Right? That's an important thing. Guys, also try to justify the answer, what the answer should be. Justify your answer. So you are the project manager your organization have recently moved to agile project management practice. You will get a lot of questions, organization moving from predictive to hybrid and hybrid to predictive, both ways. So be ready, you will get a lot of questions. Okay. One of the stakeholder is saying he is unable to why team is updating Burndown chart instead of emailing the progress. So before I go into that, let's go to the Burndown chart. This is point A, this is point B, point C. On point A, are we on the schedule or behind the schedule? How we are doing it? Now I'm changing the question. I'm trying to make this coaching call as the master class for you. Okay. So for those, all the people who are coming, I want to do that. By the way, burn down chart shows work remaining. It's a progress sharing thing. What does point A indicates? What does point B indicate? What does point C indicate? What does point A indicate? What does point B indicate? What does point C indicate? To remember, I learned this from one of the guy, Amer. He's also a PMP trainer. I was reading his notes. I learned from everybody. So happy face, downside, sad face, here, poker face. So in burndown chart, when actual is downside, you are ahead of the schedule. When actual is upside, you are behind the schedule. When it is on A, it is on schedule. Okay, it is important. Acha, same burndown chart, let's say. Same burndown chart, I want to add few things. What has happened on this point? Let's say point D. Between here to suddenly, what has happened here? You can say spike, scope creep, right? You can say spike. The word Asad should be spike, scope creep, user story added. All three words can be there. So when there's a sudden shift on above, so there's a scope added, spike, or user story. You can actually get a question where the exam asks you pinpoint where spike has happened, where scope has. Okay, so any or scope creep has occurred. Scope creep, scope added. So remember these things. Okay, burn down chart is clear to everybody? Put yes, then we go to the question answers. Next question. Okay, you are the project manager, your organization has moved. Ask team to send him daily report, we don't send report. Have meeting him, why reports were missed? We are not sending report. Coach the stakeholder, yes, this is my job. Do retrospective, no. Okay, C is the right answer. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Pareto scatter diagram. Can you please justify, Miss Sarah? Sister, why scatter diagram? Sunil, why Pareto? Akhil, why Pareto? Need to correlate. Like, I need a justification. Scatter diagram is a correlation. Pareto trivial few. Venas, justify. Pareto chart. Pareto principle. Okay, we have a confusion here. Let's go with that. So again, more than three liner, more than three liner, I'll use elimination technique. Okay, more than three liner, I'll use elimination technique. Oh, sorry, I'll read the last line first. You have been the project manager for large pharmaceutical company. During testing, one of the drug failed and this will cause a significant loss to your organization. You are conducting retrospective to identify what went wrong. You have used fishbone diagram. It is already used. The purpose of fishbone diagram is to find out the root cause analysis. So already done root cause analysis. So similarly, I'll just eliminate A for the option. Now you have 10 reasons which may have led to it. You want to see which thing caused the maximum problem. Sarah, maximum. Maximum mean priority, which is the key thing here. Okay, scatter diagram is a correlationship x and y. Like if I increase x, how it is going to impact the y. Okay, how it is, if I increase x, how it is going to change the y. That is scatter diagram. Here I am trying to find out the reason which is the biggest one, the most important one, the maximum one. Scatter diagram is a correlation diagram. Trend chart will give me trend across the time. I am not measuring that. I'm not measuring correlation. I want the number one problem. So priority principle, Pareto chart, 20-80 principle. What become the key here? Okay? Is it clear to you, Sarah? And everybody put in the chat box. I hope that makes sense. As I'm having fun in that today's coaching call, there are so many different things from so many different angle we are looking. Are you having fun or you're just me? Still only 26 people have liked the video. I'm going to request you one more time. Please do request. Please do like that video. Okay. This question is not written well. Yeah, Asad, that's why I tell you, when you become facilitator, I'll ask you to make few questions. What can help you for this? You are working in a large project. During execution, your team reports you that almost daily same time lights go out. You find out the root cause of the problem, but first you want to see when it exactly happened. What's the problem with the question? So you want to basically look into that. Now I know that you want to find out the root cause. That is okay. But then the question, but first, so this goes out of the way. When it is exactly happened, time. So two tools can use a scatter diagram, no, Pareto, no. Either trend chart, if the trend chart was in the option, the other is control chart. The control chart control the process. So if any point is going out of the limit, we can look into that. Okay, if any point that goes out of the way, we can look into that. Menas, why would you even go with the scatter diagram? So does you, Asad. Scatter diagram is all about identifying the relationship between two variables. You do not have that. You are pinpointing when it does happen. So when it does happen, I need to find out the reason. Okay, the control chart will be the right answer. C, D. Okay, let's see what do we get here. What will you do? You are the project leader in the project. One of your team members in daily stand-up is discussing new ideas. You really like it, but causing more than 15 minutes. Let them continue. Okay, stop them. Daily stand-up cannot be. Yes, it can be. Request them to discuss these things in retrospective and the status meeting, and then have idea generation meeting after it. Okay, so now let's see what will be the most useful thing here. Let them continue, that cannot be. Stop them, this is right. But elimination technique says always go to the all option. Request them to discuss this thing in retrospect. Okay, I can do that, but retrospective will come very, very, very late. Okay, I don't want to hold things for them. So what you can do, end that daily stand-up meeting after 15 minutes and then after that we can have a idea generation meeting. Idea generation or brainstorming is very important. I do not want to delay it. Okay, Asad, not B, D, delta. Okay, delta D. Okay, so what will you do? You are working in the hybrid project. SPI is 1.2 and CPI is 1.1. Already SPI CPI is greater than 1, so that's a good thing. Your customer asks you formally to crash. It should be crash. There's a risk if you crash the project, it can give you delays more than allowed. What will you do? As customer asks you, okay, deny, no. Do the impact analysis, okay. Impact analysis, now customer has asked you change control board. I'll deny that. No, you cannot, Shamim, deny the request. You cannot deny the request, man. You need to go, even it's predictive, even it's agile, I cannot just deny the request. I need to do the detailed analysis. Why do I need it? What is the purpose for that? And how to do it? So D would be your right answer. The right answer in this question is D. Okay. So guys, on Sunday, because my batch will be tomorrow, on Sunday, we are going to have our class. On Sunday, we are going to solve 60 question answers and I am going to solve the ATP question answers. Okay, I'm going to solve the ATP question answers. So if you are my student, don't miss that session. That session will be amazing and it will be awesome. So if you are not my student, I am proud to launch the Phoenix program officially today. The Phoenix program, and I am launching it after its success. Okay, Zoom, after on Zoom. The Phoenix program has achieved massive success. I combined fast track program with those people who have already taken the training, who have failed in the exam. So today Faisal actually took the training, came back, and in 2 weeks he did PMP. Then in last 1 week, 12 students who have given the exam failed, joined, and they passed. So this Phoenix program, that is the most strong program I have ever created, is going to start the batch 1 on 12th of September. I love to do things. I love to do different things and that's why you see batch 6 people are clearing, batch 7 people will be clearing very soon. Okay, but Phoenix program will take the things to the direction. I made this program because 97% of the people never even pass the exam, never even give the exam. Out of 3% people who give the exam, they fail in the exam. So my job here with you guys is to make sure you become PMP. And that's where the Phoenix program comes place. Now, this program, if you have failed the exam, it costs you time, money, and confidence. This is a very important thing. I had a discussion, multiple discussion with multiple people every single day. Your program is expensive. I agree. I made it this way. And I'm going to increase the price very soon. The reason is very simple. When you fail in the exam, it costs you time, money, and the most important thing, confidence. Once you fail in the exam, you can never get that confidence back. You feel, I don't know what to do, what not to do. Okay. But it does not mean that if you fail in the exam, you don't you are never going to pass. It simply means the system that you use, it was not the right system there. So using my 7-step formula as the base of it, using my 7-step formula, I built this, specially taking in the consideration those who have taken the training before or failed in the exam, especially those two people. Because if I can cover those people, everyone else is very easy. And third is working moms and busy schedule people. Everyone else, young people, and everyone else is very easy. So that was my major focus when I created this Phoenix program. So what do you get in the Phoenix program? Post exam diagnostic. Like I will have a one-to-one session with you. I will try to identify with you what you need to work, what is the thing there. Then I will make a custom. Now this is individual for everybody. A roadmap that will be for you. Then my updated PMP resources. I'm working on the updated flashcards on checklist. Those will be amazing, right? We will be share that. And of course, the most important thing, that you are not left alone. The daily accountability system. This alone, if I just talk about this thing, I did not talk about the simulator. I did not talk about, this is more than 4,000. This thing alone. Okay. So this analysis will be with me, not anyone else. Especially for those people who have failed, I special take attention. I do the analysis with you guys. Okay. I go deep dive with you in your exam. I look at the history, mocks, study habits. Like, were you like I had a student, he read the books at least 10 times. And he was not a book reader. We are not a book reader. And we will, for every single student, they will do the detailed root cause analysis to identify why they exactly failed. This is called, I called it post exam diagnostic, like working into that. Then custom roadmap, like what roadmap should work for according to your learning style, giving small task, weekly task, daily task, and working into that. Proven packing, like system of which system will work. I'll give you, you know, my system of 80 75 75 of time management. I'll guide you that, and I will tell you when you are ready and when you are not ready in the exam. All those I have made, I am working on elite 200 scenario questions. I'm working on that, and they're almost ready. Okay, you will get 60 updated per domain questions, and of course 180 on simulator. You will get booklet. I hope most of you already have the booklet, and updated flashcard, and my world famous 7-step formula. I will do daily check-in with you. Of course, you will join the coaching calls continuously. In addition to that, my one facilitator will have special focus with you, and we will consistently work with your success. You will pass if you follow my roadmap, that is giving 4 hours daily dedicatedly. If you don't pass in the exam, I can refund you your fees. I can give you your exam retake back or keep coaching you. Your choice. You can choose any of 3 options. Okay, your choice. This is my fail proof, risk free guarantee. I called it the Phoenix Promise. Okay, I call this the Phoenix Promise. So now rise and pass. This is specifically designed. I took those people in mind who failed in the exam, but I'll make sure it works for you too. it works for you also. Is it clear to everybody? Everybody's like that program? What is the feedback of my current students on this? Did they like the Phoenix program? This is something that is going to change a lot of lives going forward, because on daily basis I see people who failed in the exam, and it actually fills my heart. I want to make sure I can work with you guys and you can rise like a phoenix. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you have enjoyed today's coaching call. Today 2 people cleared, and one of them working mom Shirley, one of them working lady Shirley. She actually got married in between that training. Like she had to reschedule. She got married, and yeah, I really loved her success journey. I will be sharing it with you also. Thank you very much, and let's keep moving forward. Bye bye.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amer Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually. Like I'm kind of like really
And I
trembling.
got my results and I was above target in all 3 categories.
Wow.